Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I'm going to share analysis and commentary with you from 9 different XRP chart analysts, including one who argues that $7.80 is coming, and he's not arguing that that would be the top. And I will just tell you this right at the outset, despite the quote-unquote scary times that we've been seeing over the last several days as Bitcoin dropped into the 70,000s and XRP was very briefly below $2, despite all of this and the market freaking out, and the market cap for the entire crypto asset class dropping below $3 trillion. Despite all of that, what I'm seeing is a ton of XRP chart analysts that I follow speculating that what is most probable at this point is that the worst actually is behind us. So I don't claim to know whether that is true or isn't true. I don't make predictions on that. I just share with you a ton of different perspective from analysts here. And I mean, happy to share my own thoughts along the way, of course. But even if we go a little bit lower, nothing's broken here. 0 of the chart analysts that I follow are claiming that because of the dip that we've seen in the last few days, that's some sort of indication that it's actually all over. In fact, we're just trading within a range. We're at the lower end of it, and most analysts would just tell you, unless they are not very good at analyzing things, that this is normal. This has happened in the crypto asset class, stuff like this, you know, just being range bound and dropping to lows, going to highs, whips on back and forth, crazy volatility. That's been normal for 16 years, literally. This is not the time to freak out. This is a time to be excited, quite frankly. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this video, it is 6:05 p.m. Central Time. It's March. We got a new month here. Man, this year's already flying by. It's March 1st, 2025, Saturday. XRP is $2.18. Bitcoin's at just a little above $86,000. Over the last 24 hours, XRP has been as high as $2.22, and Bitcoin's been as high as $86,473. So mostly sideways price action. I mean, there's been some volatility, don't get me wrong, but it's been mostly sideways price action for the last 24 hours here. So that's got everybody speculating, though, okay, what is coming next? Well, here's a post from chart analyst Mustache. Hashtag altcoins. One last crazy leg is coming for Bitcoin, and especially for altcoins, in my opinion. This is the USDT dominance chart. So that's the Tether dominance chart, the stablecoin. And he says, trend line break after 5.5 years. He's got the little bullseye there. Bearish retest already done. Bullseye target there, the emoji. And he says, descending broadening wedge is forming, but one last leg down, good for crypto, should happen. Now, why would that be good for crypto if Tether does the thing? Because it's going to flow into alts then. That's historically what happens. It goes into other things. If you've got a bunch of people and stable coins like Tether, that's the safety trade, my friends. Get out of that safety zone. Put it into XRP, please. And that's probably what's coming next. So here's a post from chart analyst Credible Crypto, just from this morning. He says, Bitcoin open interest at the lowest levels it has been at in 6 months. The last time open interest was this low, we were trading at $50,000 to $60,000. Funding also just ticked negative. We saw the same happen at $50,000 to $60,000 before our rally to $100,000 plus. Overall, these metrics look fantastic for Bitcoin and further solidify my belief that we are forming a bottom here. And so he's, to be clear, he's not promising that this is the bottom. There's certainly that possibility we could go a bit lower, but his conviction has not changed at all. He just says that we are within range, and even if you do go a little bit lower, that doesn't necessarily break anything. The best is yet ahead. And again, that's the general sentiment I keep finding from chart analysts, broadly speaking. Here's another post from Credible Crypto. This is from yesterday, and I shared this one, but I've got an update, so I'm going to set the table by sharing this yet again. This is the one from yesterday, from Credible Crypto. XRP USD chart on the screen. And he said, not quite at range lows, but XRP BTC and XRP ETH pairings are holding up better than I thought they would. So I've closed out all my hedge shorts on XRP at this time. If we do take the range lows just under $1.80, I'll look for potential longs into higher time frame demand at $1.60, but not interested in being short at these levels anymore, all things considered. And so yesterday, acknowledging XRP price against the dollar could go lower, not worth his time at this particular moment. And let me say this too as an aside. I understand. So and I've been mentioning this a lot recently. Ethereum, when it finally goes, which I believe is going to happen. I know it's been the market's been beating the hell out of it. When it finally goes, well, historically, that's the signal for altcoin season 2 really get hot. There's a chance that Ethereum could, for some period of time, outpace XRP. So I wouldn't be surprised if you look on the XRP ETH pair to see it fall, because there's historic precedent for that. That wouldn't be weird at all. But I still think XRP is going to steal the show. XRP has been artificially suppressed for years. I believe that it is not. Well, it's already begun to catch up. It's not going to stop. Wait till this thing really gets going here. But anyway, here is his update on this. He reposted what I just shared with you and shared this XRP ETH chart. And he said, in the quoted tweet, I mentioned that XRP ETH was holding up better than expected. Chart below to demonstrate what I meant. And that's the one on your screen here. After our triple tap, was looking for a move to our range lows, but instead we tagged local demand at around the mid-range and bounced off of that. We are now back at range highs, and the more local resistance gets tested, the more likely it is to break. Clear local range highs, and we should target the larger range highs, which is a 25+% move to the upside. Okay, so if that should happen, then you're looking at XRP, around $2.70, $2.80, which, by the way, has been cited by other analysts as a pretty notable level where you could see some resistance anyway. But we're not done here. This is just normal volatility. It scares people who aren't used to it, but people that have been here for more than 5 seconds, they see it and they're just like, yeah, whatever. Which is basically my attitude. I'm more excited because I understand that things are cyclical, and we're not done here if history is to continue rhyming with itself anyway. Here's a post from Charting Guy, which I shared yesterday, and I'm going to follow this with a brand new update from him. So yesterday, I shared it yesterday. This was posted in the evening on the 27th. But anyway, he wrote, yes, these are my absolute worst case scenarios and unlikely in my opinion. I'm thinking Bitcoin sooner rather than later. Bitcoin below $80,000 is a bear trap. XRP below $2 is a bear trap. That's if they even happen. Obviously, just my opinion. Okay, and so we did see that. Now, XRP was below $2 for half of a second. I mean, it was so short-lived, but technically it was. Bitcoin, it did get into the 78,000s. But he said at the time before that occurred, he said, if that happens, it's just a bear trap. So here's his update on both of those. This is from this early evening. This is at 4 p.m., so just a couple hours ago. And he said Bitcoin below $80,000 and XRP below $2 were both short-lived bear traps, just like I assumed. So, folks, this is another analyst who does not believe we should expect to see XRP going lower. Now, he's not, to be clear, he's not, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he's not promising that it won't. I'm just telling you, from the posts that I'm seeing from the reputable analysts that I follow, that probably was it. I mean, and it was notable capitulation, so I could buy that concept. I'm not staking a claim I'm not going to make a prediction. I admit I don't know. But from being in the space as long as I have, when stuff like that happens and it's that scary, and then you see, the crypto fear and greed index drop to 10 out of 100, which is extreme fear, which just happened a couple days ago. Yeah, that's a capitulation event. That's a serious capitulation event. So if it gets worse, fine. But we're about there regardless. We're kind of splitting hairs at this point. Here's a post from Chart Analyst Love Crypto. He says, XRP still defending that $1.96 level, still consolidating under all-time highs, still very bullish. Always zoom out if you are an investor. Unless the markets change direction drastically, XRP is still headed out to our targets this year, in my opinion. And so you can see by this time we get to this fifth wave, you'd be looking at what probably the numbers here be above $15, maybe closer to 20, I would guess there. And he does believe that this thing goes way higher. He's one of the many analysts I follow that says, yeah, of course, price discovery for XRP definitely come. Well, he doesn't say definitely, but it's coming. His belief is that, yes, it's coming, very obviously here. Here's a post from Chart Analyst Dark Defender. He says, February was challenging, but we still love crypto and expect a better month. XRP touched our lowest Fibonacci level and bounced. I am happy to see the structure we set in February become a reality. Although we can double tap here, I don't expect a lower figure than $1.88, our critical Fibonacci level. And then he still has his notable target here in this post anyway, is $5.85. Now, He regularly talks about a peak closer to like $17 or $18. He thinks that's more like in the probable range for a peak for XRP this cycle, but he doesn't think it's probable that we're going to be seen lower in the short term here. Here's a post from Crypto Crew University, and he says, XRP update holding structure for now. If strength continues, the green level, which is on your screen right here, he says that fib targets $4, and then the red fib, a little bit higher, targets $7.80 and climbing. Will XRP repeat history or break new ground? Yeah, well, I'm going to guess that the answer is yes. I think that XRP is absolutely going to blast to the upside, melt faces, price discovery, the whole 9 yards. But I just keep seeing this type of thing from all sorts of analysts. So $7.80 doesn't sound remotely crazy to me. And if we do get to that point, well, that's going to be life-changing for so many of you listening, but I don't know if that's where it's going to stop here. I have no idea, but maybe all of it, because look, there are a lot of analysts that are talking about double-digit price action, $15, $20, even a little bit higher. I don't know if it'll hit, but it's not crazy. It really isn't. Based on historic precedent, none of that's crazy. Here's a post from chart analyst Dime, and this guy shared the following post with his 68,500 followers. He does not like XRP. But at least he's being intellectually honest here. That's fine. So XRP USD chart on the screen here. He says, I still refuse to buy it, but this is good for XRP. And you can see what he's highlighting here is that this dotted line shows where the highs were for XRP, the previous all-time high back in, it was hit on January 4th, 2018. And so once we broke through that, went up, came back down. And even though he didn't say this, I've seen enough chart analysts highlight stuff like this. I know what they're getting at, even though I'm not a chart analyst. He's showing that obviously we came back down, back tested it, and he believes that as a result of that, the test being successful, since we're still above that previous all-time high, we're going to move to the upside. So even somebody who hates XRP is like, yeah, it's going to go higher. Take it for what it's worth, folks. Here's a post from Crypto Tony, XRP USD update. We held $2 nicely. I remain long. And so he's been very consistent on that. Number go up ultimately. Here's a post from chart analyst Steph is Crypto. Says XRP looks golden on the monthly time frame. Breakout check, retest check, $30 pump. So he hasn't changed his perspective either. I don't know if we're going to get this high. I'm somewhat skeptical of it, though even I will say it's not impossible. $30 XRP. Could happen. I'm not counting on it. That's the higher you go, with each dollar you go up, and you're like, what do you think about that, Matt? I'll be like, less confident than when you said the dollar that was lower than that. I mean, like, I don't know where it's going, but that just, it seems a bit high. We'll see here. Here's a post from chart analyst Dom. It says, XRP update. As stated yesterday, price must regain $2.20 to break the short-term downtrend. Need to be cautious of undesirable retests, and that's what we saw last night. Bulls need to step up there, or we stay in this limbo area. So, he's not pretending to know exactly what's going to happen in the short term, but convictions not changed from these analysts. I'm just as excited as I've been this whole damn bull run, like, frankly, especially after, let's be real, it's been more fun ever since the election. But I'm as excited as I was a month ago. You know, this is the time for us to be excited. Like, we are outperforming the market. Like, just XRP is killing it here. And I'm just really looking forward to see where this damn thing peaks. I really am super curious, and I'm looking forward to finally selling some. I've been holding XRP for over 7 years, never sold a single XRP in my entire life, but I am ready. Still patient, though. I'm just as patient as day one. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.